Okay, to all the kids and grown people with low attention spans, all I ask you to do is to subscribe. And now here's my rating for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a 9.5 out of 10. Almost perfect in every way, but some scenes I find jarring, but nonetheless, a really good film. I can say there are better films than this, like The Dark Knight. Then again, what do I know? Um, just go watch it. Form your own opinion, and no matter what, just have fun. You're gonna laugh your ass off anyway. All right, you can go now, because now for the spoiler section. This film is great, like I said, better than No Way Home. This film is only 2 hours long, but it feels longer. I mean, I swear, I thought we were nearly 2 hours in, but I checked the time, and yeah, we were only been there for like an hour of the movie. And that's great. I love that. It's good to have a film that makes you feel like you've been there for hours, but not even halfway through the film and still wanting more. I was happy for more Deadpool content, as this was the first film I was able to watch without permission from a parent. Just to give an idea, Deadpool 2 came out in 2018, and around that time, I was 14 years old, and now 2024, I'm 20. So yeah, it's been a long time. The opening act was just basically the first two films' opening act, great action sequence, then stabbing someone, but this time it's wolf's claws and posing like him, and then the backstory, which is fine. I like the second one opening just a little bit more. I did enjoy listening to NSYNC, who I thought at that time was the Backstreet Boys, but I did a little research and yeah, it was NSYNC. So, if you're worried if the jokes in Deadpool Wolverine are going to be bad, well, don't worry, they're good. Honestly, the jokes in this film are much more funnier than the last one, which is a good thing. You don't want an unfunny sequel or a sequel not living and passing its predecessor. There's too many good jokes for me to say here. Um, I really, I really wouldn't be giving it any justice at all, even if I try to say it to you guys. There is one segment I want to talk about, which is a video playing in the background where all the TV monitors are at, which shows Thor holding Deadpool in his arm, which Deadpool seems to be dying. Now, when I saw that, I thought it was going to be some kind of spoiler for a future Marvel movie. It kind of makes sense, but I tried looking it up and see what people thought, if people thought the same way, and I saw a video saying that Deadpool replaced Loki in that scene. I guess that makes sense. It's not like I can, pause it and dissect it. Plus, I never seen Thor. Nonetheless, I'm going to see it again, so hopefully I'll get my answer for it. I'll probably say it down in the comments after I rewatch it. Speaking of which, it was kind of hard to hear Wolverine's backstory on why he's a failure. I quite didn't catch that, but oh well. I hate to say something wrong here, but someone can always correct me anyway. But I believe it had to do with leaving behind the X-Force because he couldn't stop killing people, and not just bad people, but good people too. And when all the mutants were getting killed, he walked away instead of helping. That's basically all I got and heard. Um, but you know, eh, it's just what I heard. Hopefully, again, I'll get like clear confirmation when I go rewatch it again in a better theater, because I was just going to my hometown theater. Also, one thing that I found jarring was the music that introduced some of the old Marvel characters from different films, usually around the 2000s. It felt kind of weird, to be honest. It felt kind of forced to be put there. I'm sure there was a better way of introducing them, but I think the music being loud overhyped their introduction. And I guess it had to do with something where, like, I didn't know the characters too much, at least the first one that appeared. Because instead of being, like, hyped, I'm sure it got someone hyped, but me personally, it just got me confused. But, I mean, that's fine. I'm sure it worked for somebody yesterday who was watching the film. But hey, look, Blade. I know him. And look, X23. I know her too. Even I didn't watch Logan. Also, I think Logan and Deadpool films take place in the same universe, maybe. I may have to listen to it again. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the reason why DP universe was being destroyed was because of Logan dying. I could be wrong, and I probably am. Um, please, if there's one takeaway from this video is I'm a terrible listener. But hey, who knows? Um, I could be right. Dogpool appears. He's pretty cutish. I mean, he's a dog. And there's a bunch of different Deadpools that appear too, and I mean a lot. My favorite one was the cowboy one, and I think it would have been funny if Arthur Morgan, voice actor, did his voice. There's also Nice Pool, who owns Dogpool. Their bit is great. There's one part where he sees our Deadpool, breaks the fourth wall, and then says, "Hey, I can do that too." And then he stares at the camera and says, "The proposal." I laughed, and only one other person laughed with me in that theater, which I believe was my friend because he got the joke. And then after a few second pause, Deadpool said, "What the fuck was that?" And everyone roared with laughter. Like, what? Was I and my friend the only ones who got that proposal reference? That's crazy. If you're wondering, it was a movie he starred in back in like 2008, I think. The delivery was good for it, honestly. The fight scenes were awesome. The first time they fought, it was alright. I want to go overboard and say it was great, but it was fine for what it was. But if I'm going to be honest, the best one was definitely Wolves fighting DP in the Honda Civic. I think it was a Honda Civic, but I'm just going to call it a Honda car. I don't know my cars. It was very well done, and the sequence was just plain amazing. I know I missed a lot of things. I'm sure I did. It's a Deadpool movie. And yeah, I definitely missed a lot of key plot points. Heck, I haven't said anything about the villain yet. If you're wondering, then yeah, she was good in that role. There's also some secret act where you think the movie's going to end at, which is her letting DP and Wolves go back to DP timeline. And I thought that was it for her character, that was going to be the end. Which made my friend upset because I'm sure going through his head was like, okay, what about the other characters that help those two get out of the void, basically? And that really upset him because he was literally so into this movie, and then he was like, okay, slapped his thighs and then back to his seat. I think that I was ruining it for him. But yeah, thanks to this new act I didn't see coming, it got resolved. It's like the Batman 2021 where you think, oh, he's got the Riddler and he's in jail. That's it. And then boom, secret act. Batman didn't actually figure out the riddle and goes and finds it. Must stop it in the secret final act. Honestly, there's just still too much to talk about. I haven't even talked about the Vanessa and Wade breakup, but it's fine. If you haven't figured it out, I went to this movie going blind, which is kind of awesome because the only thing I've gotten trailer wise or anything spoiling me for this movie, like I know Wolverine was going to be in there. I saw the promotion back in like 2023 for this film, but trailer wise, I didn't see any of the trailers. I've only seen the commercial where he uses Wolverine's claw to make a can, but that was in silent and that was in the theater. I mean, in the gym. So yeah, I went into this movie blind. I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I was hyped for Deadpool 3, but like I didn't want to check out anything. I really wanted to go into this blind. And I gotta say, I don't know if there's a difference between going to it blind than watching the trailers and seeing some of the jokes and some of the stuff that's gonna happen there. Makes it better somehow. I know going to it blind is better in some ways. I'm sure it is, and I think that elevated how much I love this film. Just going to it blind, not hearing any of the jokes, because I told a certain you know, how do I say this? I want to say like there's some jokes that my brother said were in the trailer that he told me about. And yeah, apparently some of the jokes I was thinking about were in the trailer. Apparently all the Deadpools showing up were in the trailer, which I didn't know. Apparently it was. Like, my brother said so. So yeah, well, I didn't know there were going to be all these Deadpool. So to me, it was a nice surprise. But, you know, it's definitely worth your time to check out in theaters. Like, this is a movie you should definitely see in theaters before, you know, it's not going to be in a theater. So go watch it. Once again, it's a 9.5 out of 10. It's great. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah. All right, then. Bye.